Hey there. So I'm here on the beach in our town, Surfside Beach, South Carolina, and it's the day after a pretty decent rain and wind that we got yesterday during the day and somewhat at night. Now we're supposed to get some more storms later today, and we are in a tornado watch or warning, whatever the case may be, until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. But Surfside Pier, they've been working on that for over a year now, and they did lower the cranes due to the impending storm. Initially, it was supposed to be a Cat 1 hurricane coming up from Florida, but once it made landfall in Florida, that's Nicole, they downgraded it. So all we're going to get, supposedly later on again today, is a lot of wind and some rain, possible some flooding, but it's hazy out here. And like I said, I don't know how well you can see that, but on the pier that they're building, they've done lowered the cranes because they didn't want them blowing off or breaking, whatever the case may be. So we're just doing a little walk, see what we can see, and maybe do some shelling, because usually after a big rainstorm and some wind, we get some decent shells on the beach. Well, not a whole lot of shelling going on. We've seen a bunch of broken clamshells, big clamshells that usually wash up right after a big storm. But no whelks, nothing interesting. And so we did what we normally do. We walked the beach for, I don't know, maybe a mile and a half, picking up trash. And those are the usual suspects too. Shovels from kids that got left behind on the beach, you know, the sand shovels, some plastic bags, bottle caps, things like that. Now behind me is Ocean Lake's campground. Now they call it a campground, but as far as I know, it's a bunch of condos and sites for trailers. I don't mean to speak ugly on people that have trailers and go camping. My son's got one of those. But at the same time, for me, who was brought up tent camping in the Boy Scouts and whatnot, and have camped in tents and slept in tents as an adult, I don't consider sleeping in a camper camping. That's glamping in my opinion, because you know, you got your TV sets and all that other stuff. I prefer to sleep in tents and whatnot, because I don't know, it's just the way I was brought up. To me, that's camping. But like I said, did the walk, nothing really interesting on the beach in the way of whelks. Found some really big broken pieces of whelks, so if we had found it as a whole, it would have been huge, but unfortunately not the case. Just picking up trash as we're walking back now. So now during our walk, we did happen to come across certain buildings that sustained damage during Ian, which was a little over a month ago, back near the end of September. And they're behind me. So as you can see, they sustained some damage, but they started to make some repairs over here on this corner already, but haven't gotten to these sections yet. That's basically some condos that are, you know, available for rent down here at Surfside Beach. So, but yeah, some of the condos did get some damage to them over here at Surfside. Garden City, a lot of places in Garden City got hit hard. That's the first place here at Surfside that I know of that actually got some damage, and they're still working on it. All right, so I said we really weren't having any luck finding anything decent, but Miss June, who had been walking ahead of me, did manage to find that. So it's a big old whelk. She found it, pulled it up.
It's got one slight imperfection though.
Got a little hole in it, but that's okay. It looks good.
It's still a decent sized whelk, and after she pulled it up, she handed it to me to go rinse off in the ocean.
It's, I guess, almost the size of my head.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah. I got a little head though.
Yeah. Tiny head. Tiny person, tiny herd. Tiny head. So, yeah, she found some. I didn't, but she did. I was finding trash.